Giant aliens have invaded Lake Huron and they're coming to destroy your and my shoreline. Think I'm kidding? I'm not. Plenty of websites will tell you that Phragmites is one of the biggest threats to our wetlands. While this is undoubtedly true, most of us don't spend much time in wetlands, so it doesn't feel like it's our problem. Well, it's time for us all to start paying attention to the fact that frag poses a huge threat to the way we all use Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. And it's about to start hitting us in the pocketbook.
Well, it started over there behind those oil tanks there. That's where it started, I'd say about 6 years ago.
Okay.
And all of a sudden it started creeping across, and within 3 years it was to the end, 200 feet to the end.
Gotcha.
And of course since then it's thickened up and grew taller, and at least some of it at least 15 feet.
Frag is so dangerous because it likes pretty much any conditions you give it. It dominates fields. Yes, this is Ontario, and those plants are 18 feet tall. It takes over most types of open spaces. The Kettle Point First Nations community on Lake Huron found themselves completely shut off from the lake, not 200 meters away, by an impenetrable 5-meter to 6-meter wall of frag. Since they began paying attention to it, it has taken them 3 years and over $50,000 to clear out just 25 acres.
If you wait too long, it's going to get a hold and it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Frag is already devouring beaches all over Georgian Bay and Lake Huron. The reality is that either the general public will soon lose access to their lake, or the budgets of park departments will skyrocket because frag renders beaches unusable in relatively short order. Frag doesn't just grow in sand and mud, it loves rocky shorelines too, a fact that residents of the north and eastern shores of Lake Huron ignore at their peril. When frag shows up, it changes the way we can use our waterfront properties.
It grows so thick and it grows so high that the kids can't get in the water the same. As our kids were small, 21 years ago when we purchased our property, the kids were able to walk right off the slope into the channel if they wanted to swim. Now they can't get through the Phragmites. It's changed actually our leisure time.
Frag chokes local waterways. If you can believe it, the family I spoke to used to water ski through this channel. Frag is beginning to show up in harbors and is also taking over local roads. These will become costly challenges for our municipalities. Frag will spike municipal grass cutting and maintenance costs because it grows so quickly and it is so tough. But it will do the same to our personal properties and we'll be left with the problem.
It goes all along, but I keep cutting it back and all around for it don't grow. But if you let it go for sure, it would take over. I agree.
It'll grow easily a foot in 2 weeks.
Foot in 2 weeks?
Yeah, oh yeah.
A relative of bamboo, frag is beginning to grow under and break up pavement in towns and on highways. This will affect our taxes because frag is already getting established throughout southern Ontario's suburban areas, including much of the GTA. Brampton and Vaughan are full of the stuff. And on a 3-hour drive from Toronto to Sarnia, along highways 407, 401, and 402, there was never a period of longer than a minute during which I didn't see big clumps of frag along the roadside. The prognosis is that if we don't fight back, frag will happily cover most of Canada within 15 years. Well, if frag is so invasive and already so advanced, how will your joining Stop the Invasion make any difference? The answer is that if the public that cares about Lake Huron starts to fight back, we can defend our shores against the frag invasion. There's a role for individuals, for community organizations, and for governments. Stop the Invasion will help you plug into this movement productively. Using our Frag Spotter application, you can start immediately to help crowd map where the invasion is and where it's moving to. We'll help you learn about the issue, find ways to encourage your leaders to pay attention to it, and identify things you can do to help the cause that fit into your busy lifestyle. Joining is free, and we keep your information confidential. Have I got your attention yet? I hope so. Because the truth is that if you and your family want to keep being able to use Lake Huron here, you're going to have to get serious about fighting this stuff. So please join us to help defend your lake against the Phragmites invasion.